Today on Rustic Roots Kitchen, we'll be making a pot roast with potatoes and carrots. 3 carrots, peeled and chopped, and we'll do an onion. And I know, I don't cut these properly. Look at my fingers. I'm probably going to chop them off, but that's okay because I'm not a professional chef anyway. And everything just goes in half. Okay, spice time. 2 tablespoons of paprika, but I'll probably just add all of it in since the bottle is almost empty anyway. And we'll do a teaspoon of garlic powder. And this is my favorite steak spice. I put it on everything. So we're going to add 2 teaspoons. Big teaspoons. I mean, no one really measures. And let's add some basil. 1 teaspoon of that. And 1 teaspoon of oregano. Pinch of salt. Stir, 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 stir. And then we just keep stirring like it's going out of style until you think it's done. Garlic. I mean, you can't go wrong with garlic. I always do like 5 cloves. Most people do like 2 or 3, but it's going out of style in my house, so you may as well just keep going with it. And look at that, nicely minced. Let's pretend that I'm a chef for a second. Just throw your knife around the cutting board. Make it look like you know what you're doing. Oh, beautiful. Look how nice that garlic looks. All right, push that to the side. Let's start with the best part. We're gonna wipe down, pat it down, that full roast. Get all that water out. You really don't want any water in there when we're searing this beauty. Look at that. Oh, it's so pretty. All right, we're going to take that spice and just coat her. Coat that whole thing like you don't know its business. I mean, you probably don't. We don't even know where it came from. But it looks like a good piece of meat. Just put it everywhere. Let's just put it everywhere. You know what? If you get your spice on the counter, that's fine. Nobody actually has a beautiful workspace. I don't work in a professional kitchen. This is my home. Yeah, add it on. Rub it in. I mean, you probably get the idea of what we're doing here. And then at the very end, I like to add the bit on and just pat the shit out. Next, you want to add olive oil into a very hot skillet. This is what we're going to use to start searing. Look at that really nice piece of meat. You're going to sear each side for about 2 to 3 minutes, depending on how brown you like to have everything. Boop, 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 boop. I guess we're just going to have a little extra because I forgot to cut all this out. That's cool. Bear with me. All right, now that we've finished searing one side, let's see how that looks. This piece of meat is really hard to turn over for myself. Not seared perfectly, but I'm pretty happy with the rest of it. Now we'll just flip to each little side. Sear, sear, sear. Look how pretty that looks. Right into the crock pot. All right, we're gonna add some more olive oil into a pan, and now we're going to start searing our garlic and onions. I almost forgot what I was talking about, but that's normal when you live with ADHD. All right, we're gonna saute these up pretty good. Stir it all around. I mean, you kind of get the idea. That extra spice we had left over from our rub, add it on. Stir, stir, stir. You're gonna wanna fry this one up pretty nicely. Add some carrots after about 2 to 3 minutes once the fragrance of the home is beautiful. Love the smell of garlic and onion together. Oh, forgot to cut the potatoes, so let's just add this in here really quick. You're gonna get 4 to 5 good-sized potatoes and cut those into quarters. It doesn't matter the size, the shape, or anything. It's just me and my husband eating this, and it's going in a crock pot. All right, best part ever. We're gonna add 2 cups of beef broth into our sauteed onions and warmed up carrots. The aroma is starting to smell good. I always add a little bit extra because why not? This is the best part. Grab your favorite bottle of wine. It's got to be red, and just pour a heaping cup of red wine into there and add a little extra because extra is always good in my house. And stir, stir, stir. Just keep stirring until it's nice and mixed. And you're going to want to reduce that a little bit. Doesn't matter how long. I normally do 3 to 4 minutes. Some people do it longer. You basically just want to get it to a nice simmer. Can you tell I live in Canada? It's so hot. My house is currently so cold that the steam is crazy. All right, the roast is in and ready to go. We're gonna pour our beautiful reduction over top. Wait, let me steam you out. At least you know this is cooked and hot and ready to go. And I just like to push all my goodies around the side of my roast, just so I can see the meat, 'cause it's pretty. We're gonna have some layers to put on top of this one too. Okay. here comes the best part. We're just going to put those potatoes in. Like they're going out of style. Just shove them around that roast. There is no right way to do it or wrong way. You kind of just want them a little bit submerged. Yep. I become picky because my ADHD takes over and I feel like I need to have everything perfect. And let me just play with my potatoes a little bit more because that's probably what we all do anyway. And then we're going to take 4 strips of bacon that have been cut in half and just, throw that on top of the roast. Just doesn't matter where it goes. All it's doing is keeping some nice moisture trapped inside so that the roast isn't all dried out and yucky after like 4.5 hours. So yeah, I just, cover, picky because I have ADHD and I can't handle things, and put the lid on. 4 hours later. Okay, add 3 tablespoons of cornstarch into a pot. And this is so that we can make our gravy. We're going to pour all that goodness from our crock pot into the pot. And we're going to want to bring this to a nice simmer because we're going to make a beautiful gravy. Don't worry, I know there's potatoes going in there. You'll see my fingers going in a second to pull the potatoes out. And the carrots because I really don't want them in there. Yes, it's cold in my house. Yes, I understand that I do not have a very nice kitchen, and, my stove probably needs to be cleaned a little better, but hey, we're making a homemade supper tonight. Let's go, girls. Stir, stir, stir. Mix, mix, mix. You just want to make sure that it all mixes in good with that cornstarch. Ooh, she's looking thick and delicious and yummy. All right, plate it up. Let's put some of that delicious gravy on top. I can feel the heat coming off of this plate. It's so hot.